sin. One team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Iowa State Cyclones. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. I don't know what it is about a missed field goal that can send a bolt of energy through an opposing offense. Now they've got it at about their own 37. That's caught. It's Rice. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals still out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. Doesn't matter who they're playing at an extremely high level, just taking it one game at a time. They got to do it again today.
And the Cyclones are moving quickly down the field. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Gets it past the marker. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Iowa State! And once he found open space, the band... Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Cyclones! They went... Looking downfield on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
Well, they're trying to hit the slant, right? That's a bang-bang type play. It's got to happen fast. Good throw. Receiver just couldn't come up with the catch.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Hauls it in. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Cyclones will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He's brought down, but a really... Iowa State sending the offense back out. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Grabbed over the middle, it's Malone. There he goes! And he picks up a 1st down. That is not a flag on the play, it's just lingerie on the deck after that move. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Caught in the backfield. It's Carter. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. So now it's 2nd and long. They go to the counter. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And the Cyclones kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the gun, the running back has it. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Not. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Breaks into the open. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
The Cyclones will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. This guy is a daring. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll go to the ground. Got the 1st down and more. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes. Converts
on 4th down. Still going. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Cyclones will line it up on 1st and 10. On the move, it's Peppers. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Off the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Power football with the run. And he runs it in. Offense working from the pistol. They'll start this drive going to the air. The short hands, it's Malone. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Cyclones headed quickly to the line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Bring in the heat. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Looking for more room.
Man, this is how we do it.
Wants to go up top on first down. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Blasted as he lets it go. Complete in the middle. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Get it out on the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Quickly complete.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cyclones pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Rides the back on the option, the give. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. To the ground to try to move the chains. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Got it! And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
He's going for the goal line. They will score. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Snagged out of the air. Tackled at the 25, but they get out of jail with a 15-yard pickup. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Tight end now in motion. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
Fires toward the target. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They bring him down. He's got a 1st down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 1 more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Now the play fake. Under fire. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. They'll run this play from the pistol. They go to the ground. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Under fire. Stands in and takes the hit. Pulls in the deep ball. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Makes a grab past the marker. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cyclones look to keep this drive humming. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Cyclones back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Returns it all the way. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got it.
Unleashes one deep. He caught it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll run play action. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Slams ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Running back searching for a hole. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollock and